Today, we're talking about how you get started in rubber band magic. Like most magicians, I want to be ready at a moment's notice to perform anything. And having just a handful of rubber bands around your wrist can give you the ability to perform a literal ton of magic at the drop of a hat. Hi, I'm Eric Tate from Penguin Magic, and before we go much further, do me a favor, hit that like button, ring the bell, and subscribe so you'll be notified when Penguin Magic releases more content to help you become the best magician you can possibly be. Also, stick around to the end of the video to find out my 5 favorite rubber band effects. First, let's talk about props. The perfect rubber band for magic are size 19. You see, they are thin, robust, and large enough to give you some good stretch for your tricks where you need to hide some of the hookups. Now, pretty much every working rubber band worker agrees that the very best ones are made by Joe Rindfleisch. Now, you're going to want to remember that name because you're going to hear it a lot. There is a link in the description down below to pick up a pack of rainbow rubber bands that will last you hundreds, if not thousands of performances. If you are partial to a particular color of rubber bands, he also sells packs of solid colors. But honestly, of all of his different rubber bands, my favorites are the tuxedo rubber bands. It's a full pack of black and white so that I still have high contrast when I'm using bands of 2 different colors, but also they blend in where I'm wearing a suit or a nice shirt. These are stretchy, durable rubber bands and perfect to get the magic done. Now that you have the best props, let's talk about where to learn the best tricks. You see, the first thing you're going to want to do is check out Joe Rindfleisch's Penguin Live lecture. You see, Joe brings in a couple of other rubber band legends, Dan Harlan and Hansen Chen, along with his own expertise to teach literally dozens of tricks. You're going to learn classics like jumping rubber band, crazy man's handcuffs, but you're also going to learn crazy effects like Hansen Chen's touch. This is where a band jumps from your hand onto a spectator's hand. Dan Harlan's impromptu linking rubber bands, and also Joe's incredible effect, the gift, which I'm going to get back to in a moment. This is Hansen Chen doing touch right there. It's incredible. Now, the gift is amazing. You see, what you do is create a unique rubber band sculpture where one rubber band is folded up into a bow and wrapped into another one, and then it does impossible magic, and then you can give it away. You see, this really is a crash course in rubber band magic that will not just teach you the basics, but some eye-popping stuff. It's a great foundation for anyone wanting to get into rubber band magic. Now, once you've learned a handful of tricks, you're probably going to want to step your game up and learn some advanced effects. These are things that will make your rubber band magic stand out so you can create a fully fleshed out set of tricks, almost like a self-contained show that you wear on your wrist. Now, there are some killer lectures and downloads that will teach you just 1 or 2 tricks. And on Penguin Magic, there's literally hundreds to choose from. So I'm going to save you some time, and I'm going to tell you my favorites. This right now, these are my 5 favorite rubber band effects on Penguin Magic. Now, the first one we're going to want to get into is Rubber Deception by Joe Rindfleisch. You see, this is like a graduate level course in rubber bands. You're going to build on stuff that you learned in his lecture, and then get introduced to some new concepts that will allow you to make rubber bands pass through your hands, your spectators' hands, teleport from your fingers to your thumb, or even vanish. Completely vanish. You see, it's all based on a single utility move, but you're going to get a ton of different ways to do it. After you check out that, you're going to want to get into Dr. Cyril Thomas and Bander Action. Now, Dr. Cyril represents a beginning of a new generation of rubber band workers. He takes so many classic plots and then he puts them inside the spectator's hands. In this project, rubber bands disappear, reappear, merge, change color, and then they can be given away. You see, one of the classic effects that Hansen Chen pioneered of making a rubber band jump over to your spectator's hands is improved where it jumps back to your hand, and your fingers don't even move. You should definitely check out Dr. Cyril's work. I absolutely love it. After that, you're going to want to figure out something that you can use to really bring it all home. You're going to want a piece of magic that is a great way to end any set with rubber bands. And this is one of my favorites. It's Convergence by Joe Rindfleisch and Dr. Cyril. Joe and Dr. Cyril team up to create one of the best broken and restored rubber band effects ever. You see, the rubber band is clearly broken. You literally tear it in half in front of your spectators. Then it's restored and even tested and stretched. This is a multi-phase routine. There's the first phase right there, and where you actually make it restore, and then you're going to tear it again immediately to show it. What you're actually seeing on the screen right over here is a complete uncut performance of it that we filmed of Joe in our studio in Penguin Magic. Check this out. You get the first one, the first phase where you actually like make the ends like jump together, and then you're going to tear it apart again right after that. And it actually tears in the place it should, which is really great. Then you get this really fun sequence where you take the ends and you actually tear them off while repairing the rubber band. Look at that. It's crazy visual. And then one of my favorite parts, the part that I've worked on the most, he's going to touch the two ends of this rubber band together. Watch, he just touches them together gently. And then he's going to stretch them and the rubber band is going to heal itself. It's an incredible piece of magic. There's even an extra handling on this where you can give away the restored band as a souvenir. I've worked on it and it's honestly one of my favorite pieces to perform and a great way to end any performance with rubber bands. Now, I know we've talked a lot about Joe and Dr. Cyril, but one of the things that you should check out is some of the other rubber band workers out there. And coming up next is a fantastic lecture by Marcus Eddy. Marcus Eddy's Penguin Live lecture has some great close-up magic. You're gonna learn some cool stuff with ordinary coins, pencils. There's even a crazy thing where he like pulls a splinter out of his hand, but it's really just like a giant toothpick. But what you're going to want to tune into this lecture for is some of Marcus's thoughts on how to perform rubber band magic. He's got 2 pieces of rubber band magic on here. They're going to be coming up in this video right here. It's right after this really fun trick where he has a handful of pennies and they transform into dimes. That's another great effect. But we're here to talk about rubber band magic. The first is a crazy effect where a rubber band appears on your arm. It's going to appear on the screen right now. Check this out. That rubber band appears out of nowhere. And then this one where a folded dollar bill works its way all the way down a number of strands of rubber bands. It's a super, super cool set of rubber band tricks that you're definitely going to want to check out. But now we come to my favorite rubber band effect of all time. This is Sam Huang's Penguin Live lecture. You might know him on the internet as Crazy Sam. He's appeared on America's Got Talent. He's gone crazy viral all over the internet. He is an amazing performer. Now, this lecture, again, has some insane effects with borrowed cell phones, coins, but the highlight of this stuff is rubber band magic. And you're about to see one of the best ones right now is where he is going to put a potato chip in a spectator's hand and then it explodes. Check it out right there. Boom. This is an amazing effect. I first saw it in the Blackpool Magic Convention. It completely fried me. The method is incredible and all it uses is the humble rubber band. Well, that's it. Those are just 5 of the resources for you, but seriously, there's so many great things to check out on Penguin Magic. After you check those out, you can't go wrong with Rubber Exchange 2.0, Dino, or Rumble by Joe Rindfleisch. When it comes to Dr. Cyril Thomas, check out Link King, Faith Hacker, Breaking Band, and Parasite. And if you're looking for some other rubber band artists, be sure to take a look at material by Dan Harlan, Josh Birch, Dalton Wayne, Hanson Chen, again Sam Huang, and of course the GOAT himself, Michael Amar. He's the one that started teaching us rubber band magic to begin with. There's a lot of great rubber band material out there, but I really wanted to get you started with something that your audiences are going to go crazy for. That's it. That's everything you need to know about getting started learning rubber band magic. Let me know in the comments below rubber band tricks you love and share some of your favorite tricks with these elastic bands. I read every comment and I love getting feedback from you. Also, let me know about other kinds of magic you want to crash course in. Hearing from magicians around the world is how we can help curate more of the content you love. I'm Eric Tate. On behalf of everyone here at Penguin Magic, thanks so much for watching. And as always, we'll see you next time.